Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Ruffy
That's me.
and the School Counselor Show.
That's you.
Yeah, that's right, Ruffy.
But who are you talking to?
Oh, well, Ruffy, I'm talking to the prospective viewers, the people that might be watching at their homes or at their jobs or at their schools.
I just see a light. Looks like you're talking to a light.
No, I'm not talking to a light, Ruffy. We've been over this so many times. You know, I said me and you,
Yeah.
we're gonna make a show together.
Oh, is that thing you said you're gonna put me into a tube? You kept saying like you in the tube.
No, I'm not going to put you in a tube, Ruffy. That wouldn't be very nice. But it is like the YouTube show, yeah. So this is the YouTube show, our first ever episode of Ruffy and the School Counselor.
That's me.
Yeah, you said that already, Ruffy. Now, Ruffy. Everyone, don't listen for a moment, viewers out there. Ruffy,
Yeah.
tell them what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to, remember, we practiced so many times. I said, you have to make a big announcement and say, welcome to the viewers, okay? So I'm gonna tell them to listen again, and then you can talk, okay? Okay, you can listen again. Okay, say the thing.
Say welcome to the viewers.
No, Ruffy, don't say it like that. Don't listen. Ruffy, just say welcome to the viewers.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you can listen again.
Welcome to all the viewers. What do I say next?
Say, this is the Ruffy and the School Counselor Show.
This is the Ruffy and the School Counselor Show.
That's right. So you might be asking yourself, what's this show about?
I'm not asking myself that.
No, I'm not asking. Ruffy, just let me talk.
Okay.
All right. You might be asking yourself, what is this show about? Well, I'll tell you what it's about. It's going to be about things like school counseling.
Uh-huh.
And maybe some things about mental health.
Uh-huh. How about dogs?
No, there won't be anything about dogs. Well, we'll talk about dogs, but that won't be the theme of the episode.
Okay, how about bones?
I know you'd like that, Ruffy. I know you love bones. You love to eat them. But that's not what it's going to be about either. It's going to be about, like I said, school counseling, issues that students face, well-being, mental health, feelings, things of that nature.
Sounds kind of boring.
Ruffy, it's not going to be boring as long as you and I are together.
Okay.
So, Ruffy, I wanted to start with this one simple question, because I think I know the answer, and I think you know the answer, but I don't know if the people at home know the answer. All the children at home out there. What is a school counselor?
Am I supposed to say something?
Yeah, you're supposed to remember how we practiced. I'm going to ask you, what's a school counselor? And you're going to tell the nice children and students watching, what is a school counselor?
Okay.
So what is it?
I forget.
Ruffy, you know, I go to a school, I work there every single day, and you're with me. I think you know what I do.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Okay, then tell everybody.
I think a school counselor is the guy.
Well, it can be a guy or a girl or a lady or a man or anyone. Well, usually it's adults and people that work at the school.
Uh-huh. That's the person who's at the school who builds it. And if it breaks, it fixes it.
No, that's a construction worker or a maintenance worker. I don't think that's what you're... Well, can you have another guess?
Oh yeah, I know what a school counselor is.
Okay, then why don't you just tell the audience?
A school counselor is, well, you know, at the front of the school, there's a guy who's like, I'm in charge of this place, and I'll tell you who gets in and all that.
Like the principal?
No, sometimes they have like a vest and a badge.
Like a security guard?
Yeah, that's what a school counselor is.
No, Ruffy. Again, we've been over this many times. You work with me every single day. Can I just tell them what it is?
I think I can do it next time.
No, I don't trust you, Ruffy. We practice, and I think you're going to do it right, but you just keep making the mistakes. So I think it's my turn to say it.
Okay, then go ahead.
Well, I will then. A school counselor is a person who works with students.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's right. Works with students on all kinds of things. It could be any kind of issue they might be going through or problem. It could be something that affects them emotionally, like their feelings, or it could be something that they're dealing with at home,
Uh-huh.
or a problem at school, or an issue with friends, or an issue with a relationship, or an issue with a teacher, or maybe they're just having a big worry, or they're feeling really sad about something, then a school counselor can help. Do you get it now?
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, we do it every single day. Every day I meet a bunch of students, and you're with me, and you're listening to me talk with them. So that's what a school counselor is.
Now I get it.
Because Ruffy, school can be pretty hard. Did you know that?
I know that.
Oh, really? You know? How do you know?
Well, school's really hard sometimes.
Okay, well then, why don't you tell everyone why it's so hard?
Well, one time I was running really fast and I slipped and then I bumped my head on the wall and it was really hard.
Yeah, you're right. The wall of the school would be hard. But Ruffy, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the hard times that someone could go through at school. I know when I was a child.
Like 100 years ago?
No, not that. No, not that long ago. It was some time ago. But when I was a child, I faced issues too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and actually at that time in my school, we didn't have a school counselor, but I remember there were sometimes problems with friends, or there could be problems with teachers. Some days I just didn't feel good at school, or I had a problem with something, or I had a really big worry about my parents or something like that. And I do think talking to students these days that this still exists.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of worries at school. Maybe even more now. I don't know how.
What was your worry? Maybe you worried that the horse wouldn't bring you back home.
What do you mean?
Back when you were young, they used horses and carriages and not cars.
Ruffy, I'm not that old. No, no. We took a school bus. Oh, yeah. And yeah, the school bus is another issue. I'll tell you some stories about the school bus someday. My school bus and my bus driver. But no, no, I'm not, again, Ruffy, I'm not that old. I think we have it pretty clear now what a school counselor does. Ruffy, why are you here anyways?
'Cause you told me I had to.
Well, I know I did tell you had to, Ruffy, but because the students like to hear from you, and I hope they like to hear from me. But I wonder, Ruffy, what do you do at school to help me? Because you're a big part of my job.
I help a lot around the school.
Okay, yeah, I think you do. Okay, tell me some things you do to help out around the school.
Well, every morning I go to some classroom
Yeah, I don't know where this is going.
and then I lick the floors clean so the children can come in and use the classroom.
Ruffy, that's, yeah, something a dog might do, but I don't know if the children want you to clean their floors with your tongue. Sometimes it smells a little bad.
Not really.
Well, you are a dog, Ruffy. Okay, that's not exactly what I was thinking. What else do you do around the school to help out?
Well, sometimes I eat the garbage on the ground.
Yeah, well, thank you for cleaning, Ruffy, but that's not exactly what I mean either. These are kind of things.
And then sometimes I roll around and get rid of all the dust.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And sometimes I chase out the mail carrier.
But the mail carrier has to come to the school to deliver books and things like that. Why are you always chasing those guys away?
Because it's so fun.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but Ruffy, I'm talking about the things you do to help children, to make them feel better. Well, can I tell then?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Ruffy, I think you help students. You know when sometimes they're feeling a little down, and then me and you talk to them, and maybe you say something a little bit funny?
No, I don't know that.
Well, you do say lots of funny things, and that's why I like having you around, and that's why the students like having you around. So that's a job you do.
Okay, I guess I understand.
Yeah, I hope you stay with me in my office for quite a long time because you always help students out and you help me. Actually, you help me feel better too.
Really?
Yeah, Ruffy, you do. When I talk to you, I feel pretty good because you're pretty nice. You're a pretty nice guy, and it's not every day you get to talk to a dog. Well, in my case, I do get to talk to a dog every day because you're with me all the time. Ruffy, now another thing we do.
Yeah,
You remember when we go into that big auditorium and we stand in front of all the students?
yeah.
And then I'm a little nervous, and we have to give a message to all the students or talk to them. It's called an assembly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So an assembly is when all.
I know what assembly is. It's when you put something together.
Yeah, that's what the actual definition, another definition of assembly is. But I'm talking about the assembly, a school assembly, where all the kids assemble in the auditorium or the gym or whatever your school has, and then someone at the front, usually it's a principal or something, or it could be a teacher. They give a presentation and the students listen.
And then they fall asleep?
Well, I hope they don't. I try to, well, for mine, I mean, I've seen some kids fall asleep, but I try to make mine interesting so the students don't fall asleep because, assembly should be fun and full of laughter and clapping and maybe some singing, maybe some performances.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ruffy, that's you go to those and you help me with those, right?
Yeah, but sometimes I get scared.
Yeah, me too. I get scared in front of I have sometimes I have stage fright.
No, I'm scared of the school ghost.
Well, that's Ruffy. By the way, everyone watching, I have to Ruffy, can you not listen for a minute?
Why?
Because I have to talk to the audience about some things that get on your nerves and that so maybe a couple of rules of the show that we have to lay down right now.
No, let's not lay down. Let's keep sitting here.
No, Ruffy. No, no, and that's not what I'm saying either. Okay, Ruffy, can you take a little bit of a break?
Okay.
Don't listen.
Okay.
Okay, he's not listening. When he puts his head down like this, he doesn't hear. Okay, here are the rules of the show. Number one, never. Well, I can't, and maybe if you ever write a message, don't in the chat, or write a message, a reply to the video. Don't talk about the school ghost because, well, there is no school ghost, but Ruffy thinks there is, and he thinks it's some kind of dog, and he'll bring it up here and there, and he gets really scared. So, rule number one, no talk about the school ghost. Okay, and I'll try to not mention it either, but sometimes I accidentally do, so just keep me in check a bit. Number two, what was number two? I'm turning into Ruffy here. Oh yeah, there's one word that you just cannot say at all, or Ruffy just loses it. It's the word. Well, I'll spell it. I think he's not listening. It's cat. C-A-T, cat. When he hears that word, he freaks out and he gets all mad, and it's just not a pretty sight. So, okay, so those are the two rules. Eventually, we'll add more rules to the show as we go through, but right now, let's just leave it there. Okay, Ruffy, you can listen again.
I can?
Yeah, you can listen again. You didn't hear what I was talking about, were you? Did you?
No. You told me not to listen and I didn't listen.
Well, Ruffy, that's a great trick that you do. It helps me a lot when I do the show. So sometimes, audience, I'll tell you not to listen, and then you don't listen. And then Ruffy, I'll tell you not to like you can cover your ears when I say, audience, don't listen. Cover your ears so you can't hear what I'm saying to Ruffy. And then Ruffy, sometimes when me and you are talking, I'll say don't listen, and you don't listen, and I'll talk to them.
Sounds like a deal.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good deal, actually.
What were you talking about?
Well, I was just mentioning some more things about the. I was mentioning more things about the school and school counseling. I was telling them a little bit. Well, I'm not going to get into it now.
Okay.
But I wanted to tell you a couple other things about school counseling now. It's a great job, and what it really looks like is like I have an office. It's a pretty fun office.
Yeah, it's really fun. I like to run around it and I get all dizzy.
Yeah, I know you do, Ruffy, but I'm talking about what the students do. So usually I bring a student or a group of students into the office, and I just let them have their time where they can talk about things confidentially. They don't need to, what they tell me doesn't go back to their friends or their teachers. It stays with me in the office. So if they're saying they're worried about this and that or that and this, then then they can just talk to me about that there. And then, school counseling has some fun things too, like there are games or some crafts or some drawing or some music or some reading that we do. There's a lot of different things we can do in school counseling. So as we go through the show, I'll give you a better picture of it, but this is what I wanted to express to you today. So right now, we're going to have a segment of the show called Question Time with Ruffy. What I did was I got some questions from students at this school that they could ask to myself or to Ruffy about school counseling or about Ruffy because he's a good person. Well, he's not a person, a good dog to get to know. Or he could ask questions to me. So I thought we'd just begin now.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it does sound like a plan. And here we go. So, number one. Oh, this comes from a little girl named Alice. And it says, "What's your favorite food?" I'm going to give you that question, Ruffy. What's your favorite food?
Oh, I have too many.
I know you do. You love eating. Sometimes you eat a little bit too much. But why don't you just tell them your top 5 favorite foods.
Okay, here I go.
You have to go then.
Oh, yeah. Okay, number 1.
Tell them.
Has to be homework. It's really good, actually. Like, the best homework to eat is when someone, like, does really, really hard work on it, and then they leave it out, and it all looks nice and yummy and crispy, and then I take a big bite out of it. It's so good.
Ruffy, you have to stop doing that. So many times, students at our school have completed their homework, and then the teacher's like, "Excuse me, we have to hand in the homework now." And then
that's how teachers sound.
Yeah, that is how teachers sound. School counselors are different than teachers, but I like teachers too. They just kind of talk like that. So they're like, yeah, you have to hand in the homework now. And then the student goes to get it, and there's a big bite out of it. And oh boy, it's not a pretty sight what happens there.
I know, but it's so delicious, I can't help it.
Well, everyone out there, if you have your homework and you finished it really nicely, make sure you hide it from Ruffy or any kind of dog out there. It is delicious for dogs. I've never tried it personally, but it doesn't look too appealing to me. Ruffy, okay, that's number 1. Say something else about that.
Number 2's gotta be dog food.
Well, yeah, you do like dog food, Ruffy, and I know you're always eating dog food. You're always trying to get me to eat dog food. I keep saying I'm not gonna. Sometimes you try to sneak it into my sandwich, Ruffy, or into my bowl of rice or something like that. But I'm on to you, and I'm not gonna eat it because it's not good for humans to eat dog food.
But don't knock it till you try it.
Well, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not tempted to. I'm not gonna. Ruffy, you eat dog food. Okay, you did number 1 homework, number 2 dog food, number 3 what's your next favorite food?
Hamsters.
Ruffy, hamsters are actually, wait a minute. Ruffy, don't listen.
Okay.
He's not listening, is he? No. Ruffy? Okay, he's not listening. Children watching at home, don't worry. I know Ruffy said he likes to eat hamsters, but the truth is, at our school, we have some school pets. I don't know if you have any school pets at your school, but if you do, please write it in the comments and tell me what kind of school pets you have. Actually, our school has 4 school pets, maybe 5. There was hamsters, but they're not here now. It's not because of Ruffy, I'll explain. Number 2, there's like hedgehogs. Those are the ones with all the spikes on them. And they roll into a ball. And then number 3, there's turtles. And turtles are, and there's more. Okay, number 4, there's a snail, or like these big snails. And then there's some fish. Well, so there's more than that. And then there's some guinea pigs. But actually, the truth is, I'm allergic to guinea pigs, so I can't go near that classroom because I sneeze and I cough and I don't feel good from that. That's a little bit of personal information. So, Ruffy, 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 listen again. Oh, no, no, don't listen. Never mind, I'm not done.
Okay.
Okay, don't listen. One time at school, there was one of the hamsters got out of its cage and everyone had to go look for it. And Ruffy was getting so excited and we did all go look for it. And then Ruffy saw it and chased it down and he scooped it up in his mouth and to rescue it. But then he's like, noticed it tasted really good when it jumped into his mouth. And don't worry, I snatched it out of his mouth. But ever since then, he's been thinking he's really tough about eating hamsters, and he says they're so delicious, but he hasn't eaten them. Okay, I'm gonna tell Ruffy to come back. Ruffy,
Yeah?
were you listening?
No.
So I know about the hamsters.
Yeah, those hamsters, I'll get them all because I'm really tough.
Yeah, I know. But Ruffy, I wish you wouldn't try to eat them because hamsters are our friends, and they're really cute too.
They are?
Yeah, Ruffy, they're cute. I know you're kind of cute, but hamsters are really cute. Um, But okay, number one is homework. Number two was,
Dog food?
yeah, that's right. Number three was hamsters. And number four, what's your number four?
Bones!
Yeah, bones are good too. You know how dogs love their bones. Now, Ruffy, bones are not great for kids to eat unless they're like well, we wouldn't eat them because they could break our teeth.
But they're so fun to chew on.
Yeah, Ruffy, I know you like bones, but please be careful. Especially never eat a chicken bone because it could get caught in your throat. I don't want that to happen.
Okay.
So, okay, number one, homework. Number two, what was it again? Dog food. How could I forget? Number three is hamsters. How could I forget that? Number four is bones. And number five is what?
Well, I saved a really special one to tell you about.
Okay, then go ahead and tell them. Sorry, my nose is running suddenly. There's no guinea pigs around here. Are there? No, I don't see any. Okay, here we go. Ruffy, number five.
Oh yeah, here I go. You know when you go to a garbage bag?
Yeah, but I don't really like where this is going.
Going where?
No, I mean, I don't like this idea that you're talking about.
Okay, but let me talk. You know when you go to a garbage can and you go to the very bottom and there's like a little bit of garbage juice left over? It's just a great snack.
Ruffy, why do you say things like that? It's just so gross. Please, children, you know he's a dog.
I am?
Yeah, you're a dog, Ruffy. You know that. Don't go after the garbage juice at the bottom of the bag because if it spills, it's kind of smelly and your parents or your teachers might not like that very much, especially in the middle of a classroom. That was my choice. Okay, Ruffy, this is from a student named Ethan, and it says, I don't need glasses, I can read this. What do you do for fun? Okay, I'm gonna let you answer that one too because, oh, you have so many fun things to do.
I sure do.
Okay, so tell me one of the fun things you like to, well, tell me a few things that you like. Well, tell them.
Okay, oh, I know what's very fun. Chasing my tail. Don't you all like to chase your tail too?
Ruffy, most children don't have tails, okay? So they can't chase them. But you like chasing it.
Yeah, but sometimes I get dizzy.
Yeah, that's true. You want to show the audience at home your tail?
Okay.
Can I pick you up and show them?
Okay.
Do you see it? Your tail's not so long.
But it hurts when I bite it.
Yeah, I know, and you bark really loudly, but so I don't know why you think that's fun, but okay, Ruffy, that's good. Okay, now what's another thing you like to do for fun?
Barking at cars.
Yeah, I know. Whenever a car drives by the school and you're by the window, you do bark at it. Children at home, I don't know if you bark at cars. If you do, you can write about it in the chat or a comment, as they say. Maybe you can tell me what you do for fun or you can tell me about your favorite food down below.
Down below where? By your feet?
No, Ruffy, I don't know how to explain technology to a dog. Okay, just never mind about that. So you tell me what you do for fun in the comments.
I already told you what I do for fun.
No, I'm talking to them now, Ruffy. We're not gonna do this the whole time, are we?
No.
Okay, so, okay, you said you like to chase your own tail, which the children at home probably don't do. Um, bark at cars. I don't know if they do that either. What's the one more fun thing that you'd like to do?
Sniff trees.
Yeah, that's one that you love to do. Every time we go outside, you like to sniff trees.
Have you ever tried that?
Are you talking to me? Well, I've been in a forest and I smell trees.
No, I mean going up to them and smelling them all around, especially the bottoms.
No.
Also, sniffing fire hydrants is fun too.
Yeah.
Or poles.
Yeah, Ruffy, I know that's fun for a dog, but it's not so fun for a human. Well, maybe if you like to sniff trees at home, you can write about it in the comments. But Ruffy, okay, those are good hobbies. Okay, we're moving on a little slowly, so we should go here. Oh, this is a good one for me.
Oh, no fair.
Ruffy, wait a minute. You've had like two questions, and you've been talking and talking. Why can't I get one?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I don't really need your permission, but when I feel low, I guess that means like a little blue. How do I talk to the school counselor? Well, first, do you want to answer, Ruffy?
Yeah, just go and run up to them and say something.
Well, you could, but I think usually what you should do is tell your mom or dad, or you could tell a teacher and say, I need to talk to the school counselor, if your school has one, of course, and then they'll get you in touch with them. But also, I think most school counselors you can just walk up to and also say that, and you can find a time with them. That's what happens at my school usually. What do you think about that, Ruffy?
Sounds kind of boring.
Yeah, well, why can't I have a fun time to talk too, Ruffy? I need to answer some questions as well. Okay, next question. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Why is Mr. D's mouth moving when
Hey, what does that question say?
Nothing, Ruffy. I don't really want to answer that question. Sorry, who wrote this question? Beth. Sorry, Beth. That one is a little too difficult to answer, and
Oh, come on, I really want to answer.
no, Ruffy, I don't think it's a good one for this episode. Okay, maybe in the future, but no, that one we're gonna move over somewhere else. Let's go over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Last question here. Oh, and this is from Dabin. And this is another one that why do you have no hair? Ruffy, no, let's have you answer that question instead. I think it's for me, but Ruffy, why don't you have any hair?
I have lots of hair.
Yeah, I know. So that question's answered, and I don't really have to get into it then.
Get into what?
Nothing, Ruffy. You do have nice fur, and you're very fun to pet.
I am.
Yeah, you are, and you're nice to have as a friend.
I am.
Yeah, you are. Now, that's it for the show today. Again, I'm Mr. D, the school counselor, and if you have any questions that you want to have on the show next time, feel free to put them in the comments. I always love answering lots of different questions. And Ruffy, do you like answering questions?
Not really.
Ruffy, don't say that. You do. You always tell me before we do the show, how many questions are there today? How many questions are there today? Or whenever we meet students, why don't they ask questions?
Oh yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah. So please leave that in the show. Now, right before we go, we have one last thing.
We do?
Yeah, we do. Ruffy, this is the time for your favorite time.
It is time for dinner.
No, not that, Ruffy. It's actually Ruffy's talent time.
Oh yeah, I get to do one of my talents.
Yeah, Ruffy, because dogs are good at lots of different tricks. For example, rolling over, playing dead, speaking, shaking a paw,
What about rolling over?
I said that, Ruffy. Okay. But because you're a talking dog, you have some other special ones too. Now, Ruffy, your talent was this time was going to be counting to 10, right?
It sure is.
Okay, Ruffy, why don't you do it? Because I don't know if the children at home have ever seen a dog count to 10.
I bet they haven't.
Okay, Ruffy, now, so you've been practicing. I've been helping you. I've been teaching you for several years now. So I think you're probably ready to do the counting to 10.
Okay, here I go.
Okay, go ahead, Ruffy.
I forget what I'm doing.
Ruffy, I said you have to count to 10 for the talent show.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here I go. What's the first one again?
1.
Oh, yeah, 1. And then?
Ruffy, I can't give you the whole thing. I'll just give you a little hint. Everyone, just don't listen for a minute at home. Please cover your ears. Ruffy, I'll give you a hint, okay? It's actually more than a hint. It's a big hint. Why don't you count to 10? Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can take your hands off your ears at home. Okay. All right. So, Ruffy's ready, and I know you weren't listening, so go ahead, Ruffy.
Okay, here I go. What's the first one?
Oh, Ruffy. 1.
1, 2, 3, 7, smiley face, www dot,
Ruffy.
10.
No, Ruffy, it's not right. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Ruffy, the first episode that we have, your talent, I'm sorry to say, but you failed your talent. So it's okay to make mistakes because we can learn from our mistakes. So maybe next week you can try something else, and we'll go back to the counting to 10 another day.
I was so close though, right?
Yeah, you were pretty close. But so that's it for the show today. And Ruffy, I want to say goodbye to the people. I want you to say goodbye to the students at home.
Goodbye to the students at home.
No, Ruffy, don't just repeat what I said. Say something from your heart.
From where?
Like inside. Say something that you mean.
I don't mean anything.
No. Let's just say a nice goodbye to the students.
A nice goodbye to the students.
No. Watch me. Students, it's been really great to talk to you, and I really enjoy I've really enjoyed spending time with you today, and I think Ruffy has too. And you can catch us again next week. We'll have another episode of Ruffy and the School Counselor, and I'm Mr. D. I really enjoyed spending this time with you, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll try to get to them next week. Ruffy, your turn.
Bye-bye.
A little bit nicer.
I hope you had a nice day, and I hope that you can watch this show again.
Yeah, I hope they do too, Ruffy. I hope they do too, because it's a fun show, and we like to spend time with them. Now, why don't you hit the like button, and then hit the subscribe button.
Hey, that's not very nice.
What do you mean?
You said hit them. What, that like button wouldn't like it very much when you hit them, and that snide button too.
A subscribe button, Ruffy. No, I don't mean hit it like actually punch it.
You don't?
No, I mean press it.
Then why don't you say press the button? You said hit it.
Okay, I know. You take things quite literally sometimes, Ruffy. Okay, so why don't you press the button, and then maybe this show can go to other students, and we can have a nice audience that meets with us every single week. So next week we're going to be talking about laughter, and I think that's really important. So Ruffy, that's all for now. And why don't you say your favorite catchline?
That's all for the show.
No, you said, oh, that's all for now.
That's all for now.
Oh, good. You did it right. That's all for now. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
That's good, Ruffy.